What's up, guys? We have another one-hit knockout test today. This time it's versus Lytarus. Now, what's different about this test and the previous one versus Sane is I'm using Jin Mang over Vanity now, as me and Sane tested later afterwards, and Jin Mang actually ended up leaving me with about 500 health, as opposed to being Ohko'd by 115 in the previous video. And another interesting thing we discovered is when I tested with Inox, and he killed me by plenty. And Nabi forward pass not only affects healing, it affects how much health Raphaela gets on her stacks. Like without a Nabi pass in this situation, Raphaela with 2 stacks ended up getting to about 8,000 health. But when he did use Nabi, her health ended up being like 7,000. So that was another interesting fact. And another thing is we had this conversation in our line group the other day. Throughout my testing with one-hit knockout formations, the defensive mechanic that is by far superior than absolutely everything is elemental damage reduction. You guys can test it if you want to, but even if you get 0 health from a LEDR totem, it will still be superior than other players, as long as you match it up properly. And well, here, let's see how Lit does with the usual Nabi Aske Balth Miri combo. $8,059, so that's Ohko about 1,050. Now, what will interest you guys is this next formation that Lytarus uses. You may have seen it before. I haven't seen it. I mean, I'm just recently returning from hiatus, so I don't know if he came up with it himself or what, but this is the first time for me seeing it. And he is using Younghee and Jin Mang frontline. And now, another thing I want you guys to take a look. Take a look at this, okay? Remember, Lin Mei's holding Subtrust, which is 12% penetration debuff. Duran is holding EOTS Subtrust, which is another 10. His skill is another 20. And Raphaela, when getting attacked, is another 20. So that's 62% penetration debuff. In this situation, take a look at how much penetration Lytarus is still able to have. And then, of course, as well, with the damage in the front line and so on and so forth. Check it out. Jin Mang, Younghee, Nezi, and Miri. And no Balth, no Jibril, nothing. Just those, just a unique formation I haven't seen before. Now remember, 62 penetration debuff. And this guy is still able to get 96.8, 8,699 damage. And well, there you go. So far, that's the hardest I've been hit, and it's with the brand new one-hit knockout formation by Lytarus.